But why is this?
Chill. Let more people come in here.
Why does this side look so much smaller though?
Chill, that's my big side.
Why does that side look so much?
That's my big side.
Why does it look little though?
I do little things with this hand. Wait. No, I don't. I do big things.
Right?
Chill.
Ew, baby, you look like a plastic.
Let more people come in here. Before we start talking about nutrition and stuff like that.
It looks like that.
Let's watch that new documentary, American Gladiators.
What's up, guys?
Just started doing push-ups yesterday.
Ah! Ooh, that's scary.
Bro, that scared me too.
That was
I knew that was
scary.
gonna fall.
You didn't know shit.
Yeah, dude, I told you that shit was gonna fall. I was like, bro, that shit's gonna fall. That shit ain't even up there for real. Hold on, chill. Let me bulk up. Let me bulk up. Squat up. Squat up, y'all. Chilling.
They're gonna be like, Kilo, what the frick is wrong with you?
Just got out of D block. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, this man. I
make sure y'all take care of y'all nutrition. Your nutrition is important. You know, we're gonna talk about calisthenics.
I hope this stays.
And push-ups. Just waiting for more people to come in here. Make sure you stretch so you ain't all tight and shit. You know
like Kilo.
Or I could,
don't forget to hit the like when you come in.
That's what I'm shooting, man.
Let me open these.
Let me go back to Clark Kent. Let me go back to Clark Kent real quick.
Those open.
I don't want to flex on them.
You're so corny.
Squat up.
Why is he so corny, guys?
What happened? I don't know what's wrong. Just trying to be natural. Let's just be natural, babe. Our natural selves.
I am being natural.
Our real selves. Let me grab my drink. Happy Friday,
y'all. Being natural.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Guys, tonight, it was well deserved.
Yeah, it was a rough night. Yeah. We need more people on here. We need way more likes, guys. We need more likes. Let's talk about Let's talk about.
Wait, stay tuned for the camping. You guys didn't see the rest of the camping, but it was great. It was good. It was after we got kicked out of the camping. After we got kicked out that campground, we went to another campground. So stay tuned for that because that's coming tomorrow morning at 9. If you remember, you already saw all of them. So
members got the first look.
We got 12 in here. We only got 5 likes. How's the reception?
We're not even talking to them yet. Don't even talk to them yet. Talk to each other. We ain't talking to nobody. There's not enough likes.
Oh, you gotta go watch Kayla, you missed it. You missed the video. You gotta go watch the video. Then you'll know why we had to leave.
First of all, shout out
reception
to
is amazing. Freaking awesome.
That's why we out here in 3D. Flexing on them, babe. Gotta put our best selves forward. Yep. Started doing push-ups yesterday. You can already see the effects. Yep, that's why we're gonna talk about nutrition, calisthenics.
No, we not. We're not.
I'm just trying to make light of a rough situation.
Hi, Tina.
Squad up. What up,
Shout out to the only mod in the house, my cousin Tina.
Got the wrench in the house. Now we safe.
I warned her we were going live. Yep. We were doing that.
Yes,
Here we are. We're here. Yeah. Da-da-da-da. Just waiting for people to get in.
We need more people. We need more likes. We need way more likes than that.
I was crying today, so my eyes are like extra like goopy.
Today was one of those days that no parent wants to live. We just say it like that, right? Like,
we gonna start it off yet? Nah, we need more likes.
We need more likes, but I'm just saying, like, guys, remember life is fragile, man. It's short. We gotta enjoy it, man, and protect ours. You know, tough day.
I don't think they came on this live for that though.
What they came on this live for, girl?
I don't know.
You tell me, girl.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to read the room.
I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready for this combo. Although it did say, it's hard to be a parent.
What did we name this shit?
It's hard to be a parent.
It's hard to be a parent.
Yep.
Isn't that true, man? Especially in this day and age. And
I'm getting scared to hear what you guys are gonna say.
Squad out. Who's that first of all, babe?
Tara,
what up, homie? Appreciate you to be on here.
We got 3 more likes to go.
I almost am afraid to say even what I want to say, because, you know, it's something that's real and it's a part of life. Should I say that? Like,
I guess it kind of is.
It's a part of life, and it's crazy.
I guess it kind of is.
It's almost like I don't know. I was about to get religious on y'all, but I don't want to get religious. It's too early for that.
Now we got 15 people, 17 people in the chat.
Okay,
11 likes.
okay. I like that.
Come
I
on, we
like
gotta
that.
make
That's
it make
better.
sense
That's
here.
better.
It's hard as hell being a parent. It really
Guys,
freaking is.
Man, it's one of the hardest things that it's the most easiest thing to become too.
It's hard.
Like all of a
here
sudden
for
you a parent. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden you like looking at a girl at a club dancing and shit, dancing to Genuine.
Boom,
and shit,
you're a parent.
And then boom, yep, you're a parent. And they're like, what the fuck? Now what kind of parent am I gonna be? Good or bad? But no matter that, it's crazy because it's like you set yourself up to knowing that you're being resurrected in the sense of your children, you know, like you're passing on your lineage, and there's a lot of joys of being a parent, but man, is it hard, like especially as teenagers, like these teenagers don't. I mean, they really.
We're in the
It's
camper,
funny
by
how
the way.
they want to, in them learning to have their independence. You learn what it is to be a fair parent. Dare I say?
I don't freaking know what you want to say.
But like, cause it's like as much as you teach your kids how to become young adults when they're little, when they become them teenagers and you're always butting heads, they kind of teach you how to be a parent. For bad example, Lalo's like the first kid that's like going to college, working, and giving them leeway and having a girlfriend and having his girlfriend come over. That's all brand new to me. It's like, as much as we bump heads or whatever.
Where's your phone?
It's charging upstairs.
How am I supposed to freaking...
It's like, as much as we bump heads or whatever, these kids start teaching us how to be better parents, you know? But man, there's like beauty in the story, but there's like...
You got to read the comments, though. You can't just be talking and people be commenting and you're not reading.
Yeah, well, I can't read this way over there.
You got to read it.
But I got to say my point. I'm making a point.
Okay.
Then I read it.
Okay, because they be saying good stuff and then you don't go back.
Look it up. You're gonna be in charge of that.
Well, I need help.
You're in charge of the social media.
I'm in charge of everything.
What's
on
coming
this
in?
Dang old thing.
Of course. But I was just talking about being a parent.
Oh God.
How much you and your wife argue through the whole process of that. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to be a parent
I dare
because
to wear white today.
You're not only dealing with the child, you're also dealing with your significant other. It's crazy, the process of being a parent. You know, but no matter how old they get, you're still their mom. You're still their dad. You still have certain boundaries and.
Okay, look at that.
Or
We got
code of
27
honor.
and 17 likes now. This is.
Well, we
this
need
is
more
not
likes
cool,
than that.
man.
Come on, guys. We need likes on here. We definitely need likes and a lot of prayer. You know what I'm saying? In this live. But this live is hopefully at the end of it, it's to motivate you guys to remember how fragile life really is and how we need to learn to forgive and to love, because we never know when you're not given the opportunity no more.
Actually, I gotta go.
You know, so I don't want to get too deep right now. I want people to come in. I want people to like it. I want us to all get together as parents.
Or not.
That's going
You don't
through it,
have to
or
be a
empty
parent.
nesters.
You could be
that have knowledge to add on, or new parents that's gonna love this information that we're gonna give you guys. Like this is the real side of being a parent. You know, a side that's so real that you don't talk about it.
I really wish we weren't talking about it because I already cried enough. Now I'm gonna have to cry again.
But I'm hoping we don't. I'm hoping the tears become something more that we're enlightened by. You know, because I think that's what I want to get out of this live, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am Kilo Forgotten. This is the lovely Melisandra. And we're back at another live with you guys.
Having a long drink because we
we're trying to enjoy our Friday. You know, we are feeling. You know how you see somebody going through pain and struggle,
You gotta be kidding
and
me.
you can like totally adopt it, and it's like you're suffering for them, through them. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those kind of days for us as a parent. And that's why we wanted to come on here and to say there's no problems that are so messed up that you can't rekindle something with your bloodline, you know?
Oh my God.
Right?
I'm hot.
It,
Is it the liquor?
bro, it must be the liquor.
I think it's the liquor.
The liquor got the sicker. She acted sicker.
I can't remember
What?
I'm acting quicker.
Oh, I
The
like
liquor
that.
got me acting quicker.
Oh, I like that. Oh, let's keep it going. Quicker.
Anti-who? Anti-way.
But it's hard to be a parent, isn't it, guys? It's like you want to be better than what your parents were, but you still want to have your
we just got on
boundaries
time, yeah.
and your boundaries and your rules and your. It's like your influence. Like I always say that the best part of your kids is your influence that you get to share with them. You know what I mean?
All right.
That's what makes it hard.
Let's. Oh, I think I. All right, sorry about that. I had to verify that it was me. Shout out to the 37 people in the chat. Can we get a 37 likes? Here, swing. Can I get a 37? Can I get a 37 likes? I got a 22 likes. Can I get a 23 likes? Can I get a 23 likes?
That's funny.
Okay.
You're definitely more likes. And hello to everybody. I'm sorry that I can acknowledge y'all individually. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. These glasses, I might need better prescriptions on these glasses because I can't see shit. I see smiley faces, sad faces. I could tell there's a lot.
Bro, then your glasses ain't working right.
But
oh my God, am I going to need my asthma pump next to me tonight?
You might, Tanya. And some
tissue. You might need some tissue. I'm not trying to get all sappy, but this man wants to have a talk, so we're having a talk.
Yeah, I feel like this is important.
You're lucky.
This is a lesson that I started learning.
I'm just saying I wasn't gonna go live, so if it wasn't for this man, right here, we wouldn't even be going live.
All right, so you're welcome, guys.
So you're welcome.
So I gave you guys something to watch on a Friday, and I think it's real, and I think it's a conversation we should have.
Barb is up for only a few more minutes. Kilo, get to it.
All right, Barbara.
I'm just playing. Barb, you're gonna have to watch the replay. I love you though.
I'm gonna get to it
because we're gonna be on for a minute. I just want to
make sure I got some people here.
Get your little drink. Get your little drink. And
it's Friday.
Get your cigarette or whatever else.
Barbara, what happened? You gotta go to work?
No.
Barbara, you chilling? We in the Berg, baby. We chilling, Barbara. We in the Berg. We good. We got Friday night all to ourselves, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna lighten ourselves.
We're gonna drink
learn something.
It up.
We're gonna not learn something. We're gonna
put it all up ourselves. In the up.
Let's remind ourselves.
Hold on a second.
Yep, I need a little bit. Thank you, baby.
You need some ice, bro, because you ain't.
I had some.
You ain't taking my old smoky. Cheers.
I know, man. That bottle's not big
enough. Cheers to tears. No, Kilo. I will be 62, Lord willing, on July 15th. Oh, you will be 62.
Many good years
on July 15th.
Yes, Barbara, girl, you good.
All right.
Gotta put that effort out there, man. Now. Life ain't never over, man, till it's done.
I think I'm ready.
Be like whales, just be swimming one day and they'll be like, turn off. I'm mistake. That's how we want to go, just like that. We don't be sitting there waiting for
We got
we're living our life, and then all of a sudden
we got 29 people now and 28 likes. 28 and 28. Let's go, kick it.
Bro, I had 41 people here at one time. I was gonna start telling my story at 41. I had 41 people.
No, you did it,
bro. They must have all came out to press like, maybe.
maybe not.
But if not, then whatever. I mean,
if not, we don't care.
I mean, I can only reach the people who want to be reached, man. You know what I'm saying? And
it's because you started talking about.
This is a real conversation to have, man.
Hey, Dallas. Hey, Barb. Yes, being a parent is hard. There comes a time when you let the children know it's time to cut the apron string.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta cut that umbilical cord real quick, because I think as loving parents, we do too much for our kids, and we don't realize that till later on when we're actually starting to feel like we're being taken advantage of it. You know, let's be honest. I think that's the toughest part about raising your kids. Like you give them so much, and then they're like that, they're like unknowingly taking advantage of it because they have no comparison of what you are saving them from, you know. Like I came from the streets. You guys don't know what the streets is, so I'm raising you guys a certain way because I've customized myself and these things from the streets, but they don't really apply to you because I brought you to a different kind of environment.
They have no idea.
Right?
My
So
kids
that's
have
where
no
I say,
idea. My kids really have no idea. And you know what? If we didn't take them out the hood, our kids would not be who they are. Guys, look.
exactly.
I made this.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like that's what life is about. It's like breaking the chain. But that's what makes it hard as a parent. Because as a parent, we have something to think back of. Like not only do we have the lessons of our mother and father, you know, if we're lucky.
Bro, that is the worst thumbnail ever. Why didn't you guys tell me how bad it looked? Because freaking Kilo trying to look all brolic.
I was flexing up on everybody. I wanted everybody to think I was doing good for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that is the worst. I look like
Netflix.
I look like terrible. I look terrible. Anyway.
But you know, me being a parent and I'm becoming an empty nester parent, let's say, you know, where you have older kids and now like your job is done but it's not done is really weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're on their own and all you could do now is be scared or whatever for them, you know, just naturally because that's, I guess that's part of being a parent. But
I'm hot.
But what happened today was like it hit home, close to home, because it's kind of connected to like the beginning of our family. So like when me and you guys know our story and everything about how she followed me to Buffalo and then she was gonna come back with or without me, and you know that's when I really was like making a statement like I'm claiming her and she's mine, and we came back to Connecticut together to be a family. We met another family through a Lamaze class. And if you guys don't know what a Lamaze class is, of course the ladies do, but the guys, the guys on here that's coming, because I'm gonna have a lot of guys up here because there's a lot of guys that follow me because I'm cool. A Lamaze class is for the guys that don't have kids. Is, you know, you go to a class to learn what to expect.
There's no guys here,
you know, and this is our first baby together. Like I was saying to her earlier, like Tony is our first child. Like I know I have my oldest, but for our story, Tony's our first child. You know what I'm saying? And in Lamaze class, we met another young family that instantly, man, we was just attracted to. You know, like we were the same. You know, Meli and her, like a lot of times when we have new friends, I don't like the husband or she don't like the wife. You know what I'm saying? And it's like something's off. But with this family, it was like she liked her, I liked him, and it was instant. Like they became friends, and me and the guy became friends. And through Lamaze class, before Tony, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Before their oldest kid. So this is
22 years ago.
Well, all right. So we'll get to the gist of it, I guess.
22.
So today,
no, I received a message, and it said that Miguelito passed away.
So they might not know who Miguelito is.
Miguelito is the girl,
all right, so
I went to Lamaze class with, that my kids, like I was.
So they grew up together because even when Layla was born, we would go to their house. Like,
or my hair.
Like we had a real friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and you know, then they went through their own trials and tribulations, and she wound up moving to Florida, or whatever. But we kept communication. So through.
After we had our kids, okay, I had Tony first, and then she had Miguelito. And we hung out. We hung out a lot. We were close. We were really close. Until I moved away, and she stayed. And then her and her baby daddy split up. and then she moved to Florida.
Right.
So it was like when she moved to Florida, the kids were probably like
Through
maybe
the
8,
years,
10.
yeah. Right. True.
She actually, I know that she actually is a subscriber here, and she watches my videos. And
Smart.
I know she's not watching this one because of the story I'm about to tell you.
Right.
But
And
they grew up
through
as
their
kids together. They played a lot. She then had another child, and then I had Laylo.
yeah.
So it was like when we were in the hood, those were our hood friends. Like we hung out, we were tight. That was my girl.
Yeah,
And then she moved
they
away.
were cool, man. And
And
that was
we
my boy. We was play football. I used to go over there and play football with him. And
so anyway, she moved away to Florida. Years back, like 8 years back, she was trying to convince me to go to Florida, and I would love to go to Florida, but my life is here in Connecticut.
yeah.
But we still kept in contact every now and then. And then,
Well, like you said, and she's a
a subscriber. So
Excuse me.
yeah, so every now and then she'll message me or whatever.
So we're tight though, but the
And I
point is, like,
actually-
I feel like we're
I
close.
actually, no matter what, I love her. I'll always love her. I'll always remember the time that we had with the kids, because that was a time that I really needed a friend. I was a new mother. She was a new mother, and that was it. And
Yeah.
we bonded from that.
Yeah.
But,
They were cool, man. I really appreciate their friendship. Like they were cool, both of them.
then,
And it's just crazy how life. So anyway, it's just life, all right. So we already know how we are as you grow up. You start focusing on, your family. Your circle gets a little bit smaller, or a lot of bit smaller, and it's okay.
do you know how
Everybody
to
still
move this down?
everybody still loves each other. It's probably like over here, a little bar.
I can never do it.
Should be a bar around here somewhere.
Yeah, well, let me go down. Smart lock is turned on.
Oh no.
Oh, fucking no. Hold on, guys. I gotta get down here.
Oh, there's no bar right here.
I know, why? There, let me get out. Go ahead. So anyway, I was just talking to her weeks ago. And actually, we were talking about our kids. And how Miguelito, her oldest son, who was born when Tony was born, had moved back to Connecticut with his father. And we were catching up. And she's actually the one that pushed me, and you didn't know this, but she's actually the one that pushed me to go ahead and just buy the camper, right? We were talking about the camper, and she actually inspired me to just go ahead and do it, right? So we were talking about our kids, and the way she talked, I'm gonna cry, because the way she talked about her son reminded me a lot of my son. And like they were kind of the same. They both had ADHD, whatever. Anyway, I got a message a couple days ago and it said that Miguelito had passed away. So I'm like, immediately. I was like, no. Like, no. Like, nah. That can't. And that was her wild child. And Tony's my wild child. Okay? So it's like, it just hit so close to home. And then she's like, Miguelito passed away and the funeral is on Friday. And I wasn't about to ask her what happened. So I Googled it. I Googled his name. I Googled it up. And it was, and Kilo's going to get on with the story after this, but I have to tell this part of the story because this is my part. It was what I read in the papers was that man gets charged for DUI and what's it called?
Manslaughter.
No, but it's not manslaughter. What's the
Sorry,
other word
I don't
when
know.
you don't mean to kill somebody?
I thought that was manslaughter.
Anyway,
Vehicular
manslaughter. I don't know. Anyway, but in the report it said that he was coming from the lake. with his 4 friends. His 19-year-old friend was driving. He was 22. He's a wild child. Just not even a wild child, just a full-spirited child, okay? And he decided to go out the sunroof. So he went out the sunroof, just like kid shit. Just kid shit, shit that people just do. And he went out the sunroof. And the dude that was driving the car crashed into another truck. And he died and everybody else lived. And so that's how I found out. My friend doesn't really know that I know. But she had messaged me and she said, I hope that you could make it. And it was in my area in Connecticut. And she's from Florida, so she was traveling down because he had just recently went to go live with his father. So the funeral was here. And I was really debating on going. It just was so close to home. Like, I think about my son. I think about my son every day. I pray to God that he stays safe. My son Tony, my wild child. And just the thought that my friend is hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, my friend is hurting. She just lost her baby. And he is 22. Same age as my son. It just hit so close to home. And it's like you just never know. All you could do is pray. All you could do is pray. Really? What could you do? They're of age. They're 22. You just pray to God that they stay safe. And they make it a long life. So anyway, I wasn't going to go. I wasn't going to go, guys. But I said, how can I leave my friend like that? Will she forgive me? I just couldn't do it because I felt like I couldn't see him because it would just remind me so much of my son. And like, I'm so empathetic. I really feel people's feelings. Like, I feel them. Like, I feel them as if I am them. And so I wasn't going to go, and I sat with it all day. And 5 o'clock came, and she had asked me, I would really like you to be there. And I told her that I would go. And then at 6 o'clock, past 5 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, I'm like, let me just go look. And I talked to my cousin. I talked to my cousins, who I've been talking to every day. Thank God for them. And a couple of my cousins said, you know what? Not everybody could go to funerals. And it's true. Not everybody can. But I felt like I was being a coward. Like, I don't know. But my one cousin was like, just go. And if you can't go inside, at least she knows you went there. So I cooked dinner and I was contemplating. And I was like, I don't know if it's still going to be going on. She told me to come at 5. So I'm like trying to call the number. The number's out of service. So I'm like, maybe it's not meant to be, right? I can't find the number. The number's not in service. It's not showing me a time. I need to find my hair tie. It's not showing me a time. So, maybe I'm not supposed to go, I was trying to take the easy way out. So then I looked on Facebook, and on Facebook it said the viewing time is going to be from 6 to 7, and then they were going to have a service. So I'm like, all right, and then I called my mom, and my mom was like, why aren't you going to go? Like, you should go. She wanted you there. So I was like, you know what, between my cousin, Tina, and my mother, I was like, babe, I got to go. And I knew I would feel guilty. I would feel like, damn. So
you went.
I got dressed. They said no black because it's a celebration.
Yeah.
And so this is what I
very nice, man.
wore, and we went.
Let me tell you, bro, like, Like when I go, I want to go just like he went, bro. That shit was beautiful, bro. Motherfuckers was singing this shit.
Not like how he went, but like it was.
Well,
It was
not
beautiful.
bro.
Well,
I'm just
listen,
saying, like
Kilo wasn't raised in a church
I was scared. No,
like this. Okay, so when
even,
he went in there and they were
I'm
singing,
religious. Don't get that.
right,
Don't get that
and they
twisted.
were
I'm
singing
religious,
and everything. It was like a whole new world for Kilo. For me, I'm Baptist. I always been around like singing.
It was
and
really
stuff.
a whole new world.
You never went to a church like that,
Guys.
it was freaking amazing. It was amazing, amazing. Like you felt everybody loving.
I mean, it was beautiful. Like it renewed your faith. Like let's say you was questioning like, should I go? Like it. Like okay, from my whole experience with my daughter, I no longer believe in organized religion. I believe that you find God yourself. You read the Bible. You find God. Like once you start claiming a religion, that's how you separate yourself from everybody else who loves God. We all know there's only one God, right? So I don't believe in organized religion. But the way they were singing and everything, it like renewed your faith in religion. Like I know we all believe in God, but for whatever reason, God isn't pushed like that no more. Probably even because we said God right now, we won't be able to like monetize this freaking live because we said God. You know what I'm saying? But it was beautiful. Like people were singing and like expressing their feelings. Like, listen, you're talking to a guy who just
we
buried
went
his
late.
grandmother. I just buried my grandmother.
She told me to be there at 5, but we went late. Like we went late. We got there at 7:00, and they were about to have the service. So we went late. So she didn't know. She didn't know I was there. And when I got there, we sat in the back, and immediately, I just started crying. Like it was just so real for me. Like it just was so real. So they were doing this whole thing, like Keela was saying, with the singing and everything. It was just so beautiful. And it really made you feel it. And then at the end, this man was talking, and at the end, I don't know if you want to talk more, babe, but go ahead.
I don't know. You sure?
I'm interrupting you?
I mean,
I'm trying to just tell my part.
I know,
of it.
so I mean, you can finish if you want.
It was just
Cause me, I want to use the negative for a positive as a reminder, cause that's what I got out of it. Like I said, it was beautiful, and what I learned from that, I wasn't like, oh, I'm so sad that I can't move forward. It was more like people need this information to remind themselves. In a split second, life could change, and that's exactly what happened. In a split second, life changed, and we're connected to this family because your kid was born the same time my kid was born. Like we went to the same Lamaze class together. Like then you had a second child, we had a second child. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we were growing together, and then like life does, you get caught into your life, and life starts separating. So now it's not like we can see you all the time because we're so stuck in our life. You know, you guys know how it is. You know what I'm saying? But today was a reminder. When you see the natural order being disrupted, which I mean, you're burying your son. That's not the natural order of things. Like, it's your son supposed to bury you. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I felt like today needed to be a reminder for everyone. That way, like let's say in your life that you and your son or your daughter aren't really communicating well. Well, man, I hope that through this you could be reminded that life is short and that you should fix the problem. Be the parent. Go out there, do what you need to do. They were great parents, and this is totally an accident. It's like, this is senseless. He wasn't murdered. He was a kid loving life, and an accident happened. You know, his friend made a bad decision. I don't know all the details. But he wasn't doing nothing wrong necessarily.
No, he wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? And now we all have to pick up the pieces. And that's what I want to get from this. It's like death could bring us together because we're learning a lesson through someone else's family. That's not, like, once again, that's not happening directly to our family, but we're directly connected because it's so close to home, because we were in the same Lamaze class together, learning how to breathe, learning how to be first-time parents. This is my time with my wife, learning how to be a first-time mom. So it was a beautiful celebration. Like I said, I don't care about any, I don't want to be in a church, but I want the same love that I seen this kid get on his way to God. That was beautiful, man, what I experienced today.
Tell him what happened.
So
the day of.
So it's like once again,
the morning
it's
of.
like, you know how your friends, and I just want to be 100% transparent. I just want to be totally honest. You guys can judge me if you want, then you're being unfair to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how you're good in your life and you don't want something bad. So like originally, I think we came together like we want to go, but I don't want to go. Like, we're good. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be around people that's sad. I don't want to be, and that's what it was. Melissa was like, yeah, you know what? I agree. I don't want to be sad. I want to.
I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to see the body, but I knew I had to.
But then as you're cooking and as the day goes on, like Melissa, that's for Melissa. Like, she's cooking and she's like, I can't. I already told my friend I will go. I wouldn't forgive myself if I don't go now. And it's like how you shut shit down. Like, she was in the middle of cooking dinner. I was in the middle of ready to eat dinner. You know what I'm saying?
And God just
and
told
it's like,
me to go.
We gotta go.
God just put it on my heart.
So we went there, man. And
you have to go, Mel.
It was beautiful, man. Like, it was beautiful to see how religious they were. And it shows you the power of God.
So connected.
Bro, I love the fact that they have God
to
rely on, because they have God. I know they're going to be good. Go ahead, babe. I don't want to cut you. It's like we're talking over each other, but
it was Spanish and English.
But it's like, that's the importance of God. That's exactly why God is important. For moments like this, where you don't have answers. There's nothing you can say to me that's going to make this right.
Nothing.
You know
what I told her when I went out? Okay, so this is a big part to me, actually. But hold on, I got the comments right here, babe. So it was at the end, and there was this man that was talking.
He over-talked, man. Don't you hate that? Guys, I gotta say this. Let me tell you right now.
It was the minister.
When I pass,
trying to get
I want my shit on point, because listen, sometimes I'm not going bullshit. You know what? Let's be 100 all the way. Like, bro, sometimes I be heated when you go to these churches, right? For the one simple fact is that you got the priest, right, talking like they know the person. I don't want that for me, bro. Like the dude, like the dude actually didn't know them though. They're mad religious.
Knew the father's family.
He knew the father's family, but
didn't know.
But it's like, his eulogy.
He didn't know Miguelito. He didn't know him.
The eulogy started going somewhere where it was just like, all right, bro, shut up already. It was like, bro, shut up.
The day that he passed away, right? The morning. Okay, so everybody goes back, the morning of. If things could have been different, right? So, the night before, and they told this story at the funeral. The night before, Miguelito had called his father. He must have been staying somewhere else, at his friend's house or somewhere. Miguelito called his father and said, Dad, can I come home? Like, can I come back? He didn't want to be in Florida with my friend, with his mother. So he came to Connecticut. He was living with a friend. Can I come back home? He was like, of course you could come back home. He got his own room in there. The father was telling the story.
Yeah, that shit was deep, bro. Like,
he said, of course you could come home. You got a room. Like, why are you?
The father's love, bro. Go ahead. Build that up, man.
Go ahead, you tell it, babe. You tell it.
The father's love, bro. It was like, it it was like the mother and so everybody's doing the eulogy. You know, it was his cousins, and it was someone else. She freaking sang a song, bro. That's what I'm talking about. When I go, bro, I want it to be like that.
I'm
like,
not singing.
Like it's gonna be a real celebration. Like, bro,
singing.
don't sit there and be feeling sorry for me and shit. Nigga, I lived a beautiful life. Like, don't sit there feeling sorry for your 130-year-old grandfather and shit. I lived a beautiful life. I want y'all singing me the way they was singing this dude was to heaven, bro.
Tina says she'll sing. Okay.
Thank you, Tina. Bro, this lady was like, bro, I want to sing a song dedicated. If you guys know the words, sing it with me. I'm like, what the fuck? I wish I knew the words. I'd have been singing with them and shit. Like,
it was a known song, though.
Bro.
It was nice.
She sang the shit out that song. I'm like.
She did.
I'm like, yo, this is the way. And then it was like, yo, the mom and the dad's going to come up here and talk.
But my friend couldn't do it.
And I'm thinking to myself, that's like, if I got to bury my son, nigga, I got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? I got a fucking lot to say. And I was thinking to myself, like, before that happened, I'm thinking, damn. Like, because that takes a level of strength.
Kilo had some tears up in his eyes.
Bro, the dad. So they was like the dad and the mom. And you see the mom couldn't read it.
He was cool with the dad back in the day.
Bro, that's my dude,
It's probably been about 10 years since we've seen him.
We're both like learning how to be dads together.
It's been about 10 years.
We know how to breathe with our wives. And I was like,
thank you, Etta. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Like, we learned from Lamar's class together. Like, yo, there was this lady, the lady there, the Lamar's class lady was fucking crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. At the end of each Lamar's class, she would ring these bells and shit, like this triangle or something. Bing.
And she'd be like meditating.
She'd be like,
and these freaking men did not want to be there.
Bro, we was like,
these men did not want to be there.
Like, that's how we bonded and shit.
They were so mad they had to be there together. That's how they bonded.
This bitch crazy. Like, we both like, yo, this bitch crazy and shit. Like the shit niggas will do for their wives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. Like, that's how we bonded and shit. But that's why I mean, like, this was like different. It hit different. It was like what could be. Like just to remind you, and this is what I want you guys to get from this, to remind you that you're blessed. Like, you didn't have to experience this night. Like, me and Meli could walk around with it with all our feelings all we want, but they're still saying goodbye to their son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
like, that's real.
Tell what they said.
But so after the lady was singing her heart out and shit, they was like, yo, the mom and the dad got things to say. And you guys know how hard that has to be. So me, I'm being critical.
Did you see him when he was like
in my mind, like?
And he's
like,
a very
what, like, what you saying, like,
church like religious man.
He's very religious, which he wasn't when we first met him.
Right.
Not saying he was a bad person, but like he has like given himself to God.
Right.
Like, they outdoors doing like barbecues and shit.
With the community,
with the Bible and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of us is doing that shit? Not many. But like, and their son, like, remember how she started with Wild Child? Well, her son was like, bro, that's your church, that's my church. Like, I want to change my life.
Well,
like,
gotta,
so he now he in the
press. You gotta tell it.
I'm building it up right now.
You're not. Like, you're not.
So
you're not doing it. So he came home, right? He came. So it's. Hi, Laylo.
Hey guys.
So he came home. Layla, we went to the funeral.
Yeah, Angie told me.
You want to say hi to the people?
Sure. That's what's
We're just telling them. Look at Layla. Look, guys, look at Layla. Freaking Layla.
That's too much.
Hey guys.
Let me see. What's too much?
No, that's too much.
Why?
Get out of here. Go.
Why?
Cuz, come on, be smart.
Are you kidding me, Layla?
Love you.
Be smart.
Layla, are you kidding me?
I love you.
Anyway, so
it was beautiful because
you didn't let him say hi.
Because I'm thinking, no, it's too much, man. Y'all was about to take that shit to. Anyway, to me, I'm thinking in my brain before all that shit happens, like, damn, if that's me, I got a lot to say. So I'm really curious because it flashbacks to me too. Like, I remember when.
You didn't let me tell what happened when he came home.
Go ahead.
So he asked the father if he could come home. The father said, of course you can come home. That's right. He said, I wasn't building it up enough. But Miguelito came home that night, and his father felt the need to go down there and like hug him. and just, say he loved him, whatever, whatever. So he went down there, and I guess he had gave him a hug, whatever, kissed him on the back of his head or whatever, and said good night. Next morning, he was up real early. Usually not that early, but he was up, and his father had was surprised that he was up so early. So he went into the bathroom, and he was like, "Oh, you up early, whatever, whatever." And he wanted to walk the dog, so they walked the dog together. And he said good morning to him, gave him a hug. I could just picture it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in the mirror brushing his teeth, and he came around and said, "Morning, son." And then so they walked the dog, and then it was time to go to church. It was Sunday, and Miguelito said that he wanted to go to church, and so he went to the church. And when he went there, he was really interested in the minister, like the talk. And they noticed that he was really interested, and they asked him, did he want to, what did they say? Did he want to give himself to Jesus, whatever? And he was like, yeah. And so he had told his father that his church was going to be his church. His father's church was going to be his church. That he wanted to change his life, and that was going to be his church. So they went to church. They did the whole thing. He was very, into the talk or whatever. Everybody saw it. And then he leaves. And that's what must have happened, that he went to somewhere. And after that, that's when he had died after that. So when he was there, he had already given himself to God. Like, do you want to give yourself to Jesus Christ, whatever. Let us pray for you. He put his hand up. He wanted to be a part of the church. And then after he left the church, he went in the car with his friends, and he passed away. So everybody, his mother and everybody was kind of at a relief. Like, we know that he's going to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like, God was kind of prepping him. Like, God was in his mind. God was working, and he made him be where he needed to be, so that he passed away and he was going to go to heaven. So it's like, that's the part that was crazy to me, that it actually worked out all like that. So basically, he didn't get baptized or anything, but he basically gave, he was willing to be a part of that church. Like, he just came back with his father, and he was really into the service, and he was paying attention. And they said, does anybody need to be prayed over? And he said, yeah. And he was prayed over, and he was saying that, he wanted to be a part of it. And basically that was that he was saved, basically.
Right. Yeah.
And that he was going to go to a good place. He was going to go to heaven. And so I think that's what comforts my friend, knowing that she doesn't have to worry. Like everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. And I know people think, why would God take innocent people like that? And why would God take children? And why would... But at the end of the day, I think if you're going to heaven with God, and that was a definite, like, he was 22, so I just feel like, and the way he said it was like, it was a definite, like, like, he was saved, he was good, like, he couldn't sin. He was just like, he just put his hand up, and he just said, I accept Jesus Christ as my Savior. And then he died. So there was no possible way that he was going anywhere else but heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what kind of hit me. And I know that's what touches her. Like, okay, I know I'm going to see my baby again.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
It was just the whole day towards that moment. Like, can you imagine? Like, just being in church, and then your son goes, and he goes to the lake and with his friends and stuff, and then goes and drives home. He got his ride home, and the ride home ends up being his death. Like, it's just, you just never know. My mom got right with God at 61, and he took her months later. Yeah.
So that's important, man. You know? And that's what I think that what I was wanted to share with everybody was like, life is fragile, man, and you never know. So you definitely want to make right with God, and you
I
wanna
did.
secure your position, you know. And
I did. They were like, anybody want to be prayed over?
excuse me.
Kilo wasn't so happy because, if you guys don't know, he doesn't believe in the cross. So he wasn't so happy about the actual church that had a cross or whatever. But the lady came, and the guy said that, wait, that was strange to do that, then die. It was, but he was saved. He was safe. I don't know why it happened. Nobody will ever know. But just the fact that as a parent, if you are a believer in God, you know, and you are churchly, and that it happens like that, you are a little bit, I feel like as a parent, you're a little bit relieved. Like, he got good with God first. You know, maybe it's just a coincidence, but so there was a point in time where the minister was like, does anybody want to be prayed for? Does anybody want to, you know, raise their hand and be accepted by, you know, and by Jesus Christ or whatever? And I played around with Kilo, and I was like, you know, raise your hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, raise your hand. And I think the lady behind me saw it, but secretly I was thinking in my head, like, I feel like I was brought here for a reason. And some people may think differently, but the lady came behind me and she was like, do you want the minister to pray for you? And in my mind, of course, I was going through a lot of heartache. So in my mind, I was like, yeah, I guess so. And so she said, you can go up there. You can go up there, and he won't, like, they're just going to pray. Nobody's going to come to you. They're just going to pray for you. And so there was a lot of people, and I thought, here's my chance, you know. Here's my chance to go see my friend, because she didn't know I was there. And I was watching her, and I was watching her pain the whole time. I was watching her hugging her son, and she didn't know I was there. And I knew, like, I needed her to know I was there for her, because that's why I went. Because I needed her to see that I was there. So I knew that she was up there and I was going to be able to see her. And I was like, yeah, you know, like, why not? Why not get prayed for? So I went up there, and at the same time, you know, if you don't know, my husband's Jehovah's Witness. So,
I'm not Jehovah's Witness.
well, he doesn't believe in the cross. He doesn't believe in that church. So it was kind of hard for me to make the decision to actually do that. But I felt like God was giving me a chance, like, maybe to do that. So I went up there, and then I saw my friend, and she saw me, and I told her, I said, I was here the whole time. And she said, oh my God, I love you. Thank you for coming. And I said, you know, I got saved or whatever, you know, like, I'm not really a churchly person either. And she just put her head on my shoulder, because I know that it means a lot to her. And I said, I'm going to be leaving. I said, you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. You know, she has, she's going to be starting a kindergarten or preschool. And I said, you just think of that. I said, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. And you just think of that. And that's going to keep you going. You're going to be occupied. You're going to be okay, man. You're going to be okay. And I love you. And I said, I'm going to leave now. And she was like, no. She was like, you can't leave your family. But I had knew already, like, we were there for 3 hours. And Kilo was uncomfortable already because it was just not his environment. So I understood that. But, and then not to mention, like, I go up there and there's a lady behind me and she's whispering in my ear, do you want to be saved? And I think, in my head, I think, there's a reason why I'm up here. There's a reason why I came. And I'm thinking, my husband's going to be mad at me. And I'm thinking, but I want to. I tell the lady, I want to. And she says, okay. So she said, put your hand up. Put your hand up and repeat everything that the minister says. So I put my hand up and I see my husband. He's next to me and I see him looking at me. And I'm feeling awkward, but I'm repeating everything that the minister is saying. Because I'm not a godly person. I mean, I don't go to church. But I know that I'm here for a reason. So I'm saying everything, you know, and then I see my friend, of course, and then I hug my friend. And after that, like, Kilo knows, like, he's not mad or anything. He's not mad. He understood. But I felt good. I felt good after that. And so I just keep saying, I'm going to heaven. I accepted Jesus Christ. I'm going to heaven. So it was a rough day, guys. It was a rough day. But all you could do is pray. All you can do is pray that your kids are safe. There's nothing more. You hope that they make the right decisions and nothing bad happens to them. But at the end of the day, you never know when is their time. So that's why I titled this, It's Hard to Be a Parent, because you just never know. And I pray every day before I go to sleep for my kids, especially Tony, because I'm scared for him. I never want to get that call. So, cheers. And that's why I needed a drink. And I think after this drink, I probably should get off. So, yeah.
So, salute to you guys.
But anyway, after that, after I talked to my friend and I hugged her, and she was so happy that I was there. So I was so glad that I was there. Kilo had talked to his father, and they got to catching up. And what did he say to you?
Well, he was just appreciative. He was really nice. Yeah, thank me for some words that I had shared with him back in the days. I was just really happy to connect with him. I was really proud of who he was. I felt good because I knew that that God was gonna get him through it. You know, the way they believed in God, like they was really actively in his church. Like, doesn't regardless of how
It was beautiful.
my religious beliefs or his religious beliefs or whatever, but it was just
Kilo thought it was
I
beautiful.
knew that he would be good because he had all the support that he needed, you know, and watching them celebrate his son's life was just a testament of what he meant to them, you know. So I thought it was beautiful. That's why I wanted to come on live too, was just kind of like spread that love that I felt coming away from that. You know, you wouldn't think that you would be filled with love and a different way of like a different perspective, but I did. You know, that's what I walked away from tonight. From, you know, I always tell my kids, you know, I always use everybody else as an example for my kids, And I tell them, this is why I'm always worried about you, because all my friends are saying goodbye to their kids. So I use that as an example for them to kind of be cautious, be smart, you know, and when they're living their life. Like, I believe in, if you're a parent for life. I don't believe in, and you just silently sit by and watch them live their life. I believe you're supposed to be an active force in their life, almost like you become their conscience. So that's why I wanted to bring on to, like, encourage everybody. If you still have kids in your life, be nosy, ask questions. They're gonna appreciate that shit later on. Right now, with their teenagers, they're gonna act like you're bothering them and you're invading their space, but in reality, you're doing what a parent is supposed to be doing.
In reality, when it's your time, it's your time. No matter how much you prep your babies. No matter how much you prep them. When it's their time, it's their time. And that's what's so crazy. To me.
To everybody,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know.
That's why you have to kind of just, you know, you have to appreciate each other. That's what we're getting from here. Like, you know, can you save your kids? No, you can't. But can you appreciate every day with your kid? Yes, you can. So if there's a problem that you're having that's a wedge between your relationship with your kid, take that wedge out, because tomorrow's not promised. And you might not get a chance to say I'm sorry.
It's true.
You might not get a chance to say I love you.
It's true.
So this is what I'm getting from this, is that every day is a gift. So don't worry about tomorrow, worry about today, the moment.
I pray for anybody who has lost a child.
Me too.
I pray for your strength.
And your guidance. Because that's a story of parents that not many can share. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of being a parent. That some people
Everything is
have.
okay. It's okay. It's okay, BB. Everything's okay. With my family, it's just my friend's son passed away, and it just hits.
It's just an eye opener.
Something different.
We all got that one kid we worry about, and I think that's where it hits hard.
I think so. I
It's
think
like
any of my kids.
You think about your kid, like, yeah, my kid's carefree like that. Yeah, that could happen.
Not even.
It's just
like,
reality, man. It's just life, bro. Like, you listen.
It's just
Tomorrow's
reality.
not promised, man. I'm sorry.
Right. I think that's the
Tomorrow's
reality
not
of
promised.
It.
So why
Nobody
are we holding
thought.
grudges? Why are we being mad? Why are we keeping things going? Why are we not talking? Like for
Right.
example, I'm like, I want to try to get my mom's number. I haven't talked to my mom in like almost a few years.
6, 7.
I don't even know how long
6
it's been.
years. 6 years.
But like, why am I still mad at my mom? Like, tomorrow's not. Like, if my mom passed away tomorrow, I'm gonna be mad that I never got the chance to say, "Mom, I forgive you. You're a bad parent, but I forgive you." You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I want to get from this conversation. Like, life is real. Sorry, life don't care about your feelings. Life is gonna happen. You know, it's about how we're gonna respond to that. So why are we waiting to the last moment to say, I love you, I forgive you, I accept you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's say Kilo do it.
you know what I mean? Like, let's learn from this. That's
They say reach out to your mom.
that's the best thing. I'm going to let my mom know I've been forgave you.
Guys, you know
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't help that I'm about to get my period, and I'm so fucking emotional, regardless. And that's why I wasn't gonna go either. I was like, my mental is not ready to like.
Yeah, deal with it.
And I told
That's
Kilo,
big,
and Angie had asked, "Mommy, you're not gonna
I'm
go?" And I'm
supporting
like,
you. You're gonna go? I'm
I'm like,
down.
no.
You're not gonna go? I'm down.
"Yeah."
Like, I'm just supportive.
Angie said,
That's
"Mommy,
my
you're not gonna
job.
go," and I'm like, "No, I can't do it."
Because to me, it's like, damn, I want to rekindle with them, but not at these.
Right, like I haven't seen her in
Like,
10
I want to be able to
years.
like laugh and play and shit, not cry with you. You know
It's
what I'm
been
saying?
10
Like,
years. 10 years.
Yeah.
So she goes, I guess she's going to be leaving on Sunday. And Jackie and Olivia are coming up for Sunday, so I'm not gonna be able to see her, but I totally, and I hope that maybe one day, maybe we can go see her. She's in Florida.
I don't know, man. You know, I want you to, but you know me, Kilo. I don't like to fly.
She's in Florida. No, I would take the
I'm
RV
trying
and
to fly.
drive.
I
would
know,
take
but
the
that's a
RV
lot.
and
That
drive.
takes a lot, though. You know, that means that we have to go broke for a little while.
It'd be worth it.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to think about.
Yeah, but anyway,
I would like to
she
take
didn't want me to leave.
I would like to take advantage
They
of the
said
time that we have right now.
family stays, and the other people could give their respect.
She can leave it till
And
Sunday.
I told her I'm
leaving.
leaving, and she said, "You can't leave your
Bro.
family. You don't leave your
I'm over tomorrow
family."
for some beans and rice.
She said, "Don't leave your family," and I felt so bad because I know we was ready to go. We was there for like 3 hours, so. But yeah.
Well, yeah, man. It's tough, man. I don't know. It's just tough. Whatever.
It's tough. It's just all tough.
This is what are we learning from it? Like, what did we learn from this?
What do we learn from
That's
it?
what I wanted to spread. What I learned from it.
Don't hold grudges.
Keep God in your life. God
I'm saved. I'm
is
going
the
to
truth.
heaven.
God is the truth.
That's all I gotta
God
say.
helps you.
I got saved today. Anyway.
Well, on that point, I guess we've been on for long enough. I don't know. I think we said what we wanted to say.
We did.
We wanted to spread a positive note.
I'm sorry, guys. This wasn't a great live, but if you jumped on it, you knew it was going to be this way. So, and I'm drunk. I am drunk.
Just love each
Like,
other, guys.
Drunk on a roller coaster drunk. And I've been crying, so I'm like dehydrated. And I'm about to get off. And wipe my tears, wash my face.
Yeah, like that's what I want
Say
to
my
do.
prayers,
Don't be
brush
sad.
my teeth.
Don't be sad, but just be reminded how fragile time is. And time is limited. So if there's someone that you have a beef with,
Tina, you better shut up.
you know, so if there's someone that you have a beef with, you know, squash it. You know, if there's someone that you're just butting heads, fix it, man. Life isn't guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like tomorrow could be your time to be called back home. You know, and that was the beautiful thing that they were saying. Like that's the way their priest
I got water in here somewhere.
made it like okay, like he went back home. Like be happy for him, you know. And you know what? I want to believe that too. I want to believe that he's back home, and his spirit is being rejoiced with, and that his name is being written down in that book of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I was saying earlier, like in my other lives, like the older you get, just the more you really start seeing good and evil, God and the devil. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really do believe that what we go through in this life isn't for nothing. It's for something. So stay the course, guys. Keep smiling, keep loving each other, keep forgiving each other, find ways to be better, you know, and God is the truth, man. You know, like don't let everybody make you believe they're speaking their truth. Like we know God is the truth. You know what I'm saying? I really wish we start pushing God back into everyday conversation, back into school. Like, how could we be talking about all this other shit in school, but we can't talk about God in school? It's just crazy to me. Like, I feel like as humans, we have a natural order to this earth, and that natural order was placed by a higher power, you know? So don't forget that not only do we need to forgive others, but we also need to forgive ourselves. All right? So on that note, I'm out of here.
I love y'all.
Yep, and we out. And no matter how tough it is to be a parent, it is the most beautifulest thing in the world, man. It is worth it. Go through it. Don't give up. Don't let technology raise your kids. Don't let TV raise your kids. I don't care how difficult or how mad they get. Stay the course, guys. You guys are doing a great job, and I'm proud of you, man. Peace, and we out.
Hit the X.
What's that?
It's in the camera up there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Up there, yonder. Up there.
I think I got it. And okay, and hold pose.